diver discovered an air pocket inside an abandoned cave. He quickly surfaced and hurriedly removed his regulator to take a deep breath. What he never expected was that this single action would cause him to lose consciousness instantly. Moments later, he suddenly plunged back into the water without any warning. His companion tried to pull him back using a rope, but no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't bring him back. And this is the cave diving tragedy we're covering today, the Goss Well Cave diving incident. The Goss Well Cave is located near Goss Canyon in La Crescenta, Montrose. The entrance to the cave is an extremely narrow rectangular shaft, measuring only about 1 meter across. After entering the opening, divers would first pass through a narrow dry cave. Further inside was a pool reaching a depth of 30 meters. On September 17, 2000, two brothers, Michael and Paul, planned to explore the deeper sections of the cave. They had visited this place since childhood, often swimming and exploring the waters there, so they were extremely familiar with the cave. Shortly after noon, Paul entered the water wearing professional diving equipment, while his older brother Michael remained on shore to provide support. The brothers had set up a communication system using a rope tied to a rock. Whenever Michael tugged the rope several times to check on Paul's condition, Paul would respond with several tugs of his own to signal that he was safe. First, everything went smoothly. Michael continuously fed more rope to his brother as he ventured deeper into the cave. Each time Michael pulled the line, Paul would answer back. But about 20 minutes later, Michael tugged the rope twice and waited for a response. This time, nothing came back. He pulled again, only to realize the rope had gone completely tight. Michael immediately understood that Paul was trapped. He yanked hard on the rope, but it would not budge at all. Realizing the situation was serious, he rushed out of the cave to seek help. He knew Paul's air supply could last roughly 2 hours, but 30 minutes had already passed. If Paul was truly trapped, the consequences would be unimaginable. Rescue teams soon arrived at the scene. With time running out, divers immediately entered the cave to begin the search. Because of the cave's complex passages and poor visibility, the rescuers searched for some time before finally discovering Paul at the bottom beneath a vertical shaft. He was wedged against a protruding rock and showed no signs of life. His regulator had come off, yet his tank still contained plenty of air. Footage recovered from Paul's helmet camera later revealed what happened. After swimming through several tunnels and submerged passages, Paul arrived at a vertical shaft. The inside of the shaft was only about 0.9 meters wide. When he looked upward, he could see the silver reflection of the water's surface. Above it was an air pocket at the top of the shaft. Paul was a highly experienced diver, but he had never received formal cave diving training or certification. He knew that air pockets inside caves could be extremely dangerous. Normally, he carried a lighter with him. By checking whether the flame would stay lit, he could determine if the air inside contained enough oxygen. But on that day, he had forgotten to bring it. He entered the air pocket, then removed the regulator from his mouth and took a deep breath of the trapped air. Almost immediately, he slowly sank back beneath the water. He never even attempted to put the regulator back into his mouth. This indicated that he had completely lost the ability to move or react. From the moment he removed the regulator to the moment he sank underwater, only a few seconds had passed. So what exactly happened to Paul? After the incident, environmental investigators tested the air inside the chamber. The results showed carbon dioxide levels as high as 17.8%, while oxygen levels were only 4.2%. For comparison, normal air contains only about 0.04% carbon dioxide. Once carbon dioxide concentration reaches around 10%, it can paralyze the central nervous system within seconds, causing immediate loss of consciousness. Even more terrifying, victims may experience no warning signs such as chest tightness or dizziness. There is virtually no time for self-rescue. Just a single breath of air containing more than 10% carbon dioxide can cause a person to black out instantly, leading to suffocation, respiratory collapse, and sudden death. This is carbon dioxide poisoning. Investigators later discovered that the cave system was actually part of an old well system dating back to 1915. The vertical shaft had originally been used for drawing water, but the pipes had long since been removed. The top of the shaft had become completely sealed by soil and rubble, leaving the chamber with no airflow to the outside world. It had effectively turned into a completely enclosed underground gas chamber. Decomposing organic matter released gases into the confined space below, while water erosion within the rock also produced gases over time. As a result, carbon dioxide gradually accumulated inside the air pocket. Paul had served as an Air Force auxiliary rescue instructor and was once part of an elite rescue unit. He was also a highly skilled open water diver. Yet, even someone with extensive training and exceptional physical conditioning could die in an instant under such conditions. For ordinary people, the chances of survival would be almost non-existent.